What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almost Brothers podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Dunklin County Transit.
DCT, anyone can ride. At Dunklin County Transit, our goal is to provide safe, reliable, and accessible transportation options to meet the diverse needs of not only Dunklin County, but our entire Southeast Missouri community.
We are committed to ensuring that all residents, regardless of their circumstances, age, or income, have access to essential services, healthcare facilities, employment opportunities, and recreational activities, and more.
Through our transport services, we aim to enhance mobility, promote well-being, and foster community connectivity. You can go in the show notes below, click the link to DunklinCountyTransitMalden.com, or you can go to the website dctsmalden.com. That's dctsmalden.com. And don't forget, anyone can ride.
Content.
That wouldn't be good, would it?
No, not at all.
Just power off, and then we just talk for 45 minutes
That would
for
not be
nothing.
fun.
That would just be terrible. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Yeah? How's your week going? Y'all are in the middle of VBS?
Tonight's the last night.
Tonight's the last night. Nice. And we're in the middle of VBS. Man, what a time. Somebody told me.
What?
Somebody told me. They're like, yeah, you like it so much because in your head, you're 8 years old. We're still waiting on our new
I was thinking the exact same thing.
intro music, but, you know.
Listen,
I have to hire somebody.
been busy.
Aren't you, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't you a full-time worship pastor?
Leader,
Okay.
not pastor.
So you make music, just like you play music, like that's your job. So your job is to do.
I do other things. Oh my God.
Don't you hate when people do that? Just like they assume they know what your job is.
even
Don't
though
you
they have
just-
no clue.
yeah.
Oh, my boys used to do that all the time. All you do is drive all day.
Right.
You
It's
have
like,
no idea what
right,
I
right.
do.
You have no clue whatsoever.
I nap too.
You
Well, this
have no
was-
idea. I don't drive all day. It's
This
only
was
2 hours.
before the
Oh.
current job I have.
It's funny. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Almost Brothers podcast. As always, we got Ty.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Richie Rich.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
It's going fantastic.
I am tired
Same.
I could
in a
nap.
good way.
I could nap.
Like not sleepy, but tired. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, VBS is kind of draining.
Yeah.
Like the first night, I didn't do much, and just when they started, the whole big opening for it, I was like, I'm tired just being here.
Already drained. But man, it's been so awesome, which we're on. This is night 3. We have 4 nights. So tomorrow night will be our last one. But
And I was incorrect when I said that I've never been a part of VBS. I worked when we were in Fredericktown. They
Yeah.
did a VBS, which I worked in the kitchen, so
Yeah.
it's kind of different. But
well, Rich, how do you feel about maybe having to smooch a turtle?
well, and I told somebody last night. I don't remember who I was talking to, but we've raised like $150 so far in
Yeah.
2 nights for missions. So
Yeah.
bring it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
So that's a good thing, right?
Bring the turtle.
Bring
Bring
the turtle.
I told him
Bring the
I got a
turtle.
Ninja Turtle at the house. That's about it. But I ain't. No,
Michael's just going to paint his face as the Ninja Turtle.
Oh, absolutely not. No, that's definitely not
I
happening.
licked
I don't
Tyler's
think
face.
so.
Why not?
Nope.
Yep.
Not happening. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about mandatory extracurriculars. That is a mouthful. That's a lot.
A lot of
Mandatory
words.
extracurriculars. I want to talk about how this school culture has completely changed to where now, basketball, football, baseball, band, choir has now come to a point of being mandatory Saturday, mandatory Sunday, like all these different events on family days,
Right.
on days where the kids aren't in school, and how I just don't think that should be a thing.
Right.
Like I don't understand how a band teacher can tell a kid you have to be at this band thing on Sunday or you get an F.
Right. Well, and it's
Maybe we're out of town. Maybe we're on vacation.
and
you
if
know?
it's a voluntary thing, that's one thing. But if you make it part of their grade,
well, we'll get
no.
into that also. Like the imaginary, it's not mandatory
Right,
thing.
right.
It just kills me. But as a former band teacher,
Don't remind me.
Your best days. You mentioned earlier that, that's kind of the only day they would give you, so they kind of put you in that, in that bad spot on that being the only day for some reason that you could do it.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't understand, man.
I don't either. And I wasn't in a position to be like, I'm going to choose another day and you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of okay. Because if I came at them like that, it'd kind of be, okay, you pick this day or no day at all.
Right. Well, and it's like, and again, I get it as a coach, as a athlete myself. I understand some of it.
Former athlete.
Long
time ago.
Right.
Really long.
Jeez, man.
Like 20 years ago.
He woke up and chose violence today. Daggum. It makes me so mad. Why are you talking crap, dude?
Because I can.
It makes me want to lick the inside of a piggy bank.
What?
For some reason, I thought you were going to say a shoe.
That just makes me so... No, I don't know where that came from. No, like our football team, we would have mandatory two-a-days during the summer.
Oof, that's rough.
And I don't understand when that became a thing.
Right. Well, it wasn't
how can you tell parents you can't do anything this summer with your kids because we have mandatory two-a-days for this entire month?
Right. Not to mention that's not healthy to do two-a-days in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Well, and again, that was back, in the 90s, in the late 90s, but I just don't understand how it's legal, two, how it's ethical to say that to these kids. Mm-hmm. Some kids, they go, some kids go with their family during the summer, so, I know Jamie, when she was little, she had family in California. She would go visit them for the summer.
Right.
So now the kid gets punished and doesn't get to play on the team or has to sit the bench next year.
And that's what happened with Tristan because Tristan's a ball player. He's going to be playing for Crowley's Ridge this year.
Crowley's Ridge.
Go whatever
what
their
are they?
team is. I think they're Pirates maybe.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I need to figure that out.
Right. You get in there, go Jets, let's go. Like, what?
So
wait, what?
For years I've gotten into that with coaches on Sundays and Wednesday nights because they would say that it's not mandatory to do these practices on Sundays, but then he would come in on Monday and he'd have to run towels or run lines or whatever. So I would get into it with the coach, but like, you say it's not mandatory, but you're punishing him for not being there. So that is mandatory.
Yeah. Dude, it's the fake. It's the fake. It's not mandatory so that because we can't legally do that, but then we're going to punish you anyway.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. And job places do the same thing. Yeah. The factory I used to work at, well, Fridays aren't mandatory, but if they come around and ask you and you say no, they're going to treat you differently and they're going to punish you for not volunteering
with no notice whatsoever.
Well, again,
Thursday afternoon.
Oh yeah, it'll be.
Can you work tomorrow?
Yeah, 4:55.
Yeah.
Hey, we need you to work tomorrow. I can't. I'm gonna be out of town. No, we need you to work.
Right.
What do you mean you need me to work? It's voluntary. Yeah, not really.
And that's where for me as a teacher, that's where I had that kind of leeway because it was only twice a year, and you knew 4 months in advance.
Yeah, way ahead of and that I get.
Yeah.
Hey, it's once every 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can deal with that.
Yep.
But it seems like some of these sports, man, and I'd love to get more coaches involved in this conversation, but I don't understand. I really don't. When it had to be an everyday thing.
Right.
Like it had to be an everyday. Well, we got practice and we got camp and we got another camp and we got practice and we got practice. Like when are these kids supposed to have a relaxed vacation, summer vacation?
Well, it's like that stuff should be available for the kids that are taking it serious and they're at an age where this could potentially be something they do beyond school.
Yeah. Well, and the coaches they'll say, well, it's not mandatory. But then get into the regular season where everything is mandatory and go, well, none of y'all were here over the summer and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry my family took me on vacation. I'm sorry I was spending time with my friends.
Right. And that's, getting back to what Tyler was saying, it really does depend on what level of sports you're playing.
Yeah.
Because there are parents that take Little League way too
It's
seriously. Like,
nuts,
Yeah.
man.
like there are pro scouts in these little league stands. It's just nonsense. And then
Yeah.
you get into elementary school, you're still not you're not playing for college scholarships.
Yeah.
Like I get it; those are development years.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down.
Well, and where we have fell into the part this summer, which I love this school. I love our team. I love everything, the coaches,
Cougars.
everything about it.
Right, Cougars.
Cougars.
I feel bad.
Don't want to. Okay.
I feel bad for the parents that don't have a flexible schedule to be able to get their kids up to the school.
Right.
Like they don't have it like, 5:30 we're having practice so people get off work and can take their kids. It's smack dab in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like, what happens if the parents are working?
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, run a bus.
Yeah. Well, even if they're off by then, it's still
Stressful.
it's still tough because like, okay, you get off at 5, you go pick your kid up. Their practice is at 5:30. Practice is 5:30 till let's say 7. Okay, you come home. You're having a late dinner. They also have homework they got to do on top of whatever else needs to be done. By the time everything's done, it's like what 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
And I'm talking even taking the school and all that out of it, just summertime.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like me and Jamie are literally having to, okay, I'll go drop them off because I'm going here. Can you take a break and go and pick them up because they don't run a bus?
Right.
It's like, y'all, and again, they'll go, well, it's not mandatory, but it's a wink, wink.
Right.
A wink, wink. It ain't mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah.
You make it that way because you put so much pressure on these kids
Right.
to be there. And again, I understand I played sports since I was 5 years old. I get it. I played in college. I understand. I get it. But good Lord, can we calm down a little bit?
Right.
Again, and it's the same with choir. It's the same with band. It's the same with, beta. Holy cow,
gosh.
man.
Beta's always doing
It's
something.
crazy, dude. It's like, can we let these kids be kids for a little bit?
Not only are they going to be gone for a week, but they need $5,000 too.
Yeah, they need $5,000, and we have to fundraise, and they need to be at these meetings, and we need to practice for this thing, and they need to be at this. It's like, good Lord.
Well, and Easton was in FFA, and he was an officer, like a state officer or whatever, and that became a whole thing. You know, they'd go to conventions, and it's extracurriculars can become a lot. And I understand they look good on college applications.
They don't.
Right, right. Unless you're going to Harvard or one of these big, they don't
It makes
care.
You made what you need to make.
It really makes I was in student council for 2 years, and that was the only thing I was in besides band as an extracurricular.
Well, I had a scholarship to go play in Iowa. I went to TRC and I went to SEMO. None of the three asked me, other than the scholarship, because obviously it was for the sport I was playing, but none of the three said, hey, what other extracurriculars are you in? No, they look at your grade, they look at your what is it in Missouri? SAT?
Yeah.
Is it in Missouri? I know they changed.
ACT.
Yeah. And it's
Whatever
like
it
that.
is.
That's it. That's what they look at. They look at, make sure you weren't, in a disciplinary problem or nothing like that. And it's just like, help me understand how this became. And I know what it all comes back to money. It all comes back to the school looks good when they have all these extracurriculars and they do good. That's why beta blew up out of nowhere, is because now all these beta conventions are going on.
Right.
And I get it. Those things are awesome and good for the school. And it's all the teachers involved, all the leaders. Y'all are doing a great job. Can we calm down a little bit?
Yeah.
Coming from the parents. Can I get an amen, parents? Like, can we
Amen.
calm down on the money for all of these? It's like, when I was in school, you needed a pair of shoes for basketball.
Right.
Now, God forbid you're playing baseball. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, I know, but I'm just saying. God forbid you're playing baseball. You need cleats, you need a glove, you need your own bat, you need baseballs. You're going to need to buy 3 different pairs of pants, 3 different jerseys, 4 different hats,
Don't
a
forget
bag,
don't forget the belt
a belt,
for no reason.
and the
whatsoever.
socks
It's like
and the bag to carry it all.
we're pricing a lot of these kids out, especially in the low income communities. We're pricing these kids out to where it's no longer available to you.
Well, when I was in high school, played basketball. It wasn't just the shoes.
Yeah.
We had to have a travel shirt that we wore on game days.
Yeah.
And then a warm up shirt, and then we had a tracksuit
Yeah.
that we had to buy because we needed a match.
Right.
And like the just those things alone, $300 at least.
And I had in school, I want to be careful with my words. My coach, pretty much my whole high school career, was one of the best men I've ever known. I still to this day love this man. Love him. I think he was one of the worst coaches I've ever known.
Right.
Great man, great teacher. He was just a bad coach. I mean, I just believe that with all my heart. He's a terrible coach. And I hated this culture of, okay, you have to dress up like on game day, like khakis and a dress up shirt. It's like, some kids don't have that, right?
And also, what's the point? They're going to get
not.
food on their khakis.
Well,
and then they're going to waste the game and look scruggly.
It looks good. Well, it looks good on the team. Wouldn't we just focus on looking good on the court? Wouldn't that be the focus? Not make sure that you dress up on game days. Like, I don't understand, man. You're saying to some kids, you can't do this. If you can't fit this mold, you can't do this. You've got kids that don't get new shoes for school, but they're supposed to have khakis and a dress up shirt.
Right.
Like, it's crazy to me.
And Tristan, every year they would do the school shoes. They were all the same color
for basketball.
Yeah, and they were $200.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
Yeah.
We can't do that
for a 2.5-3 month season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was always a big deal because as a parent, you never want to say no to your child when it's something that they really, really want, if it's something that can benefit them, but
it's tough.
It is. It's so hard to say we just don't have the money for that kind of stuff. I mean, we do good to buy school shoes.
Right.
So
and especially basketball, that's pretty close to when, right after school starts, it's a couple months and now you're buying new shoes for the 3-month season.
Right.
And it's just, and anybody I've asked in school leadership, anything like that, none of them have a good answer.
Right.
Well, this is because this is what we do. No, you've got plenty of time to do it.
Yeah.
Like practice on Wednesday nights. People have church. You get out of school. Most schools get out 3:30. Mm-hmm. You've got 2 hours before any churches start.
I'd say that's what we did in high school. We had a half hour right after school, and then we started practice.
Yeah,
and that was it.
And
I made it to church every Wednesday.
Oh no, they'll have it. You'll miss 3/4 of church service because they're having a 3:30 to 6:30 practice
or games
on Wednesdays.
That's a big thing now.
I don't like. You have the other 4 days of the week to do stuff on. Can we not? And what has happened is we want to schedule 600 games in the season,
right?
Because a lot of these coaches, they get in there and that's their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They have nothing outside of that. So that's all they want to do. So it's practice every day. It's when the season starts, it's 4 games a week. And it's just crazy, dude. It's
and at that point you put parents into a situation where now we have to decide, are we going to go to church or are we going to go to support our child?
Well, and that's where we got with baseball this past year. The games, they would leave at 2:00 in the afternoon from school and not get home until 10:30 at night because they would schedule 5 games that night. Help me. Somebody, one of y'all two, one of our listeners, help me understand how that makes any sense.
You just don't get it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
you
that.
You played basketball. You played basketball. You don't understand baseball.
Like, I really don't. And I went to a few games. I'm like, I can't do this.
Right.
I cannot sit out here for 6-7 hours for my kid to play for 30 minutes.
Well, and then you got tournaments on Saturdays that are literally the entire day.
It is
some of the entire weekend.
Me.
Right.
I don't. And I know some parents, they lean into that. Like they're all about it. Their whole family is surrounded around this softball season or baseball season or basketball season.
Well, like, Patty from our church, their son Trey plays travel baseball. The kid is good.
Yeah.
Like the kid can legit go to college and pitch. So, and they lean into that quite a bit. But they also lean into that we need to be at church.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be some Sundays, because they're traveling to Kansas City and they can't make it to a Sunday. But if all possible, if they're done at 10 p.m. that Saturday night, they'll drive back that morning and come to church.
And it's so much, man. And you start to get guilt tripped as a parent.
Right.
When you say, no, my kid's not going to play summer travel ball because we're not going to be going 4 hours every weekend to go to some tournament. I'm sorry, we're not. We've got other things. We got family time that we're doing. Me and my wife both have full-time jobs. Like, no, we can't do that.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, we can't. On top of, I'm not paying $300 plus a jersey, plus shoes, plus all this stuff.
I love seeing the TikTok parody videos of like the AAU team meetings with the parents. Like, all right, the jerseys alone are $500, but we also need an additional registration fee of $250. And our first game is going to be in Cancun. If we win in Cancun, we go all the way to Belarus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then and it's going to be a long weekend.
Yeah. And same night we're going up to Canada, and then and that's literally how it is. Okay, we're going to play in St. Louis, and then we're going to be in Little Rock, and it's like that's like 8 hours away from each other. Like
we got time to drive. You want us to fly,
right? And it's like, and then you get guilt tripped because your kid has been talked into wanting to play.
Right. Well,
and you have to go, no, we can't do that.
And that happened with Tristan every summer. Every summer he would be invited to play travel ball.
Yeah,
and there was just absolutely no way because you got to pay for hotels and food. And I mean, it's just we can't.
And on top of the money, like. I want time with my kids.
Right.
It's already a shrunken down during the school year where I get 3 hours with him at night because he's got practice after school. Now you're wanting to take him all summer too. And again, they go, oh, it's not mandatory now. It's just something that's available for the kid. But then you punish them when they get back to school.
Right.
So it's not like it's you reward the kid that had the money to go.
Right.
But then you punish the kid that had family stuff or didn't get to go.
Well, Tristan, he's going to college to be a coach, and he's going to be an amazing coach.
Yeah.
Like he has a mindset of how to work with kids, and I really hope that is a shifting of what's expected of coaches.
And it is. Lane is the same way.
Yeah.
He will get us out. He's like, I know, or he just won't schedule practice on Wednesdays and do stuff on Sundays because he's like, hey, look, I know. And he'll tell the kids, go to church somewhere. Wherever it is, just go to church, get connected, get plugged in. He'll say that after practice, hey, go, this church has this event going on, go be a part of that. So I think that there are a lot of coaches coming up that see it, that see the problem. But man, I just think it's such a huge, widespread thing that parents are also a huge part of it.
Oh yeah.
Also. So it's like the parents that go, no, I'd like to spend quality time with my kids, not just be running around watching them through a fence.
Right.
I want to interact. I want to have a good time with them. I want to, and also I think we're burning a lot of these kids out.
Oh, 100%.
I had that when I coached softball. I had one girl, and she was just burnt out. She's like, I don't know if I even like it anymore because it's literally all year long.
Yep.
Because you got, especially baseball, softball. Those are all year. You could play every day if you want to throughout the year. They have stuff going on, and it's just like, man, I feel like by the time, and we wonder why these young athletes, you get into the pros, and after 3 years, you blow out your arm,
right?
Or you tear your ACL. And it's like, well, yeah, they've been pushed for 15 years of their life.
Well, then also, on top of that, you got pro athletes that are blowing through every dime because they've been so consumed with sports that no one's taught them how to budget money.
Yeah.
They didn't get a proper education,
right?
Because the whole goal was basketball. Okay, they're also a law-abiding citizen, an adult, that has to fend for themselves,
or they retire and then they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They're chomping at the bit to stay connected to the sport, and it's like you've got a lot of life left, but they don't know how to do it.
You have these athletes that can't retire.
Yeah,
Their entire identity is the sport that they're playing, and they're doing it well past their prime. Randy Couture, amazing fighter.
Yeah,
kept going past his prime and became a laughingstock.
Yeah.
Well, actually he's not, but he got injured before his professional race car debut. I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
Not a race
I think it was
car.
some kind of racing.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just nonsense.
Yeah. And it's like, and us parents out here, shout out to the parents that are just trying to make it by, just trying to be there for their kids. You have parents that want to be at every game. Like
Right.
we want to be there to support the kids.
Yeah.
100%.
But good Lord, the coaches and the school system make it so hard.
Yeah. Well, there's a I see it all the time with posts like that, and it says something like there's a 0.0000000023% chance your child will be a
Right.
professional athlete,
Right.
but there's a 100% chance your child will stand before God.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had a game last year during the basketball season, and the place we were playing at was an hour and a half away on a school night.
No. I'd say no.
So the game started at 6. We had to leave at 4:00 from our house to get to the game. Then you have 2 games. So that's an hour, another hour. Then an hour and a half drive. We got home at almost midnight on a school night from a school basketball game.
Like, no.
Who sat down and did the scheduling and goes, yeah, this is a good idea.
This will work.
Yeah, we'll
No.
do this.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and you talked about earlier about kids leaving school at like 2:00 to go to a game, but if you take them to the doctor, you got to have
Right.
tons of documentation.
Well, yeah, that's different.
It's, yeah,
And it's
but they're
just-
only allowed so many of those.
Yeah.
But games you can miss.
Yeah, games are unlimited.
However much school you need to.
God forbid you have a church event that you need to
Right,
take them out
right.
early
That's
for.
not excused.
No,
yeah.
it's not. No, no, we can't do that. And again, some schools they
Right.
have rules around that to where it's okay.
Yeah.
They understand.
And
they
it's-
actually use common sense with some stuff.
And all
but-
that is just a precursor to how much of an importance society has put on athletes. Like I remember I was in
Right.
college, and I it was for my degree, and we had something where I had to schedule something. I can't remember what was going on. Something with one of my general education classes that meant nothing to my degree, and I was like, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to be here on this day for class when this assignment's due. Turn it early. Are you cool if I turn it in the class after?" He's like, "Oh, you need to turn it in early." Okay, not a problem. Well, these basketball players, I remember like the same week we're like, "Oh, we got games." Like, you just turn it in whenever you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. You get that special. Yeah, you get that special treatment. Absolutely. I've been passed on tests where I know I did not pass.
We'll be right back.
What is up, everyone? Are you looking for your new favorite clothing store? Blacktop Boutique is your go-to spot for trendy, affordable fashion with a little bit of an edge. We're all about a little edge here and a whole lot of personality. Inspired by the owner's dad and his love for classic cars. Y'all know I know some classic cars. Come on now. Blacktop Boutique is where fashion meets horsepower. So if you're a gearhead, you'll feel right at home. For statement sets, checkered flag print, and comfortable athletic dresses with built-in shorts and pockets. That's right. You heard me right. Pockets. And everyday staples. Blacktop Boutique has something for everyone. Okay, you could check them out on socials at Shop Blacktop Boutique. Okay, so check it out on your Facebooks, your Instagrams. Go and check that out. Or you could stop by the shop, 221 North Walnut Street in downtown Dexter, Missouri, and online anytime at blacktopboutique.com. Use the code BROTHERS15 for 15% off your first order, okay? Y'all make sure you let them know that the Almost Brothers sent you, okay? Happiness, horsepower, and all of the hottest trends. That is what they're about. Go and check it out. Because I had a good game.
Here's a guy that I know. I'm not going to say if he went to the same school as me or went to another school. There's no way he graduated high school.
Right. It's a thing.
There is no way that he was eligible to play every game.
Yep.
And here is the thing. What makes me so mad about this? Is he playing sports now?
No.
Probably not.
No. Oh yeah, at certain high schools that I've been to, their players will get arrested
and play the next week.
Oh yes, absolutely. And not only play, they'll start.
That's crazy, and that's just putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong thing.
You'll have. I know of a coach that had players that would reek of weed coming in for the game, and they would play.
Yep, I saw that with Tristan's team. 100%. Yeah. Yep, and he had a teammate that he played with, just an amazing athlete, just one of those natural athletes, that can do it all. And he is now a drug dealer.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he just he did nothing
because
with
all
it.
that's teaching them is that they are above the rules and the law.
There's no consequences.
And they don't have to answer for nothing. There's
Well, they're incorrect. So
legit. Oh, and like I get there's a time and place where, say you got your star athlete and you've got a college scout comes to the game and something happens, he might have failed a test. Okay. That's high school athlete, senior, college scout, those things kind of add up to, hey, this is an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Let's not and shouldn't have failed a test. I get it. Let him make that up another time. Give him this opportunity, and we'll take care of that another time.
Yeah.
But, and that's where I see that leeway. But when it's just, he failed a test, and he's just good, so we're just gonna act like it never happened.
Don't care, right?
And maybe it's because I'm not an athlete, but I have a different perspective. The rule has to be the rule.
That's fair.
I mean, if you failed the test, you don't get to play. It doesn't matter who's in the stands.
And that's fair.
Well, and the hard thing with that is, now you have to hold everyone to that.
Exactly.
So somebody gets sick. Now you've set that rule. Well, I'm sorry. You if somebody say they got, they had appendicitis and they were gone all last week, but they knew about this test a month ahead of time. Now they come in, it's time to take the test. Well, I was out last week. I didn't get to sit and clap. Sorry.
Well, that's a teacher problem. That's not a game problem.
No, but I'm just saying, if you have an athlete that's got a grueling schedule going on and they just need a little extra time because that week, again, good or bad, they've been scheduled to do all this stuff that now they've been asked to do. So there has to be, different moving the goalposts depending on what is going on. You have one kid that needs a little extra time, you create a little extra time for him, right? If somebody just isn't understanding, so you move for them.
As long as it's not because you're an athlete.
It's because of what is expected of you as an athlete.
Right, but because there are people that aren't athletes that have the same schedules. I mean,
but there's not, though. That's the thing. They don't. That's just not accurate. Because when you're an athlete and you're 3-hour practice every day after school,
which is part of the problem.
You're right. Right. But it's just expected of you. You're having team meetings that you have to go to. You're having to be up early doing before school practice. Nobody outside of athletes has that kind of schedule.
Well, that's the problem we're talking about on this
right.
episode.
Right.
So.
But it's like, so you have to give one way or the other. You either don't expect so much of them or you have to give them some leeway.
Right.
Because what happens a lot of times is you have this grueling schedule and then you expect them to be on top of the rest of their stuff. And it's like so hard for student athletes to do. And again, if you've got one student that just needs a little bit extra time, we accommodate for that. Mm-hmm. So then you need to be accommodating for all of it. So there has to be kind of moving parts for
and I think the school
people.
as a whole, the school needs to be more understanding about what these kids have going on.
Yeah.
All around.
Preach. Yes.
Because if you have a death in the family, you don't know how close that person was to this student. So, but we're expected to just get right back out there and do what we're supposed to do.
School for kids is the equivalent of a 9-to-5 job, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So think of yourself as an adult when you're working all day. Do you want to not go home and just go and do more stuff?
Right.
Or would you rather go home because it's been a long day and you're tired?
Right.
Same thing with kids. It's been a long day. They're tired.
And I get that way with my kids because, we have chores that we expect them to do. So as soon as they come in the door, certain people in our household that rhymes with Benifer, she'll be like, as soon as they come in the door, it's like, get your chores done. Can they
Right.
get a minute to decompress?
Because switch roles.
Right.
Now, if that was her coming in after
Right.
her day of work and say,
Right.
"Hey, do this," I just walked in.
Exactly.
It's like, exactly. They need the same thing. And there are really bad teachers that don't understand that. From each student, it's different. You can't say, okay, here's the expectation. It's for everybody, no matter what. No moving, no leniency, no matter what. Because student A that has mom and dad at home that are there for them, that are helping them with their homework, and student B here that lives with their grandma that lives in a bad neighborhood where there's noise all night. They didn't get any sleep the night before because their neighborhood is crazy. They had to ride the bus this morning. They didn't eat breakfast. They're coming.
Right.
That is a complete different learning experience than kid A.
Well, and it's the same thing as when they started having homework that required internet.
Yes.
Not every child has internet access. So now you got kids trying to find like libraries and things to go to. That should not be a requirement for them.
Yep. It should be a time set aside. Here's an idea. Let's get rid of some of these nonsense classes that we have and bring back the study hall.
Right.
Crazy concept here to where, hey, any kid that doesn't have time, have resources at home, here's a whole hour of your day to come in and get that stuff done.
I have not noticed that until you mentioned that, but that is not a thing anymore.
No,
Study hall is
I
not a
never
thing.
had study hall.
No.
Really?
Yep.
When did that stop?
We had it. I remember me and Jamie had it when we were in school. Now I don't know how long after we graduated that happened, but it was literally an hour. You come in, you can ask the teacher questions.
Yeah.
You could get a hall pass and go to your math teacher and get help. And it was just get in here, get your homework done. That way you don't have to worry about it afterwards.
I remember,
Because again, there were some kids that I went to school with that literally they got picked up by their sister. They got dropped off at their aunt's house. They went from their aunt's house to the grandma's house, and then their mom, when she got off work, came and picked them up. Right. That's a lot of moving that you don't have time to sit down and do your homework. So you can't expect the same out of that kid as the kid that goes home and gets a snack and gets to sit down at a nice quiet desk and has a computer and is ready to go. So it's like, let's start accommodating a little bit for these kids and move. And also parents, like it's hard out here for parents when you have a kid that comes home that needs help with your homework and the teacher didn't equip the kid to even ask their parents the questions to help them. It's like, well, here's our assignment that they gave us. Well, what did they tell you about it? That it was on page 101
and it's due tomorrow.
And it's like, okay, so what are you supposed to do? We're supposed to write something about it, but they didn't really tell us. They just said write, 400 words. And it's like, and I get it. Some kids will just not listen and not do the, but here's again, crazy idea. Send instructions home on a piece of paper.
Well, that requires work. But I will say this, we also, as a society, cannot expect our teachers to be amazing when we pay them less than people that flip burgers at Burger King.
As two teachers?
Yeah.
You still consider yourself a teacher? No? Okay. Well, I do. One teacher, one former teacher.
1.5.
1.5. That is something also that they expect teachers to do all this extra stuff that has nothing to do with actually teaching the kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then kind of going along with the pay, like, why? And it's the irritating thing I see on Facebook. And it's not irritating because I'm seeing it. It's irritating because of why I'm seeing it. All the teachers, hey, here's my Amazon shopping list for my classroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Why ain't that being sent to the school?
Yeah.
That's a good
I get it if it's like extra stuff, like obviously that stuff probably won't fit in the budget but I mean, if it's like, stuff to make your classroom, to make it a welcoming environment and a safe and helpful learning environment, that's pretty, I'd say that's important.
Tyler, you don't understand. Okay?
No, I don't.
You don't get it. Let me break it down.
That's why I'm not
Tyler.
a teacher, because I don't get it.
They have to do that, Tyler. Because if the school provided stuff for learning, like they probably should, then the football team couldn't get new jerseys again this year.
Yep.
Sorry for being irrational.
Then the baseball team couldn't have their 6 different jerseys for their one baseball season.
Yep.
So, they're pink uniforms for the 3 games that they play with pink uniforms.
In
I mean,
October.
3. Pretty sure it's
That
just
the
1.
school pays for. So no, we can't do that. We can't have educational stuff, these crazy educational things, and also build the new football stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Ain't
Yeah.
crazy.
Don't be silly.
It's so dumb. It's with every like organization, corporation, whatever. It's people making decisions on things that they have no idea what's going on.
Correct.
Because I know a school. Not going to say what the school is, but when COVID hit and all the schools got the money for it's supposed to be for remote learning.
Yeah.
Guess what the kids got for homework? Paper packets.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and take it home because they looked at remote work. As
Whenever I saw schools that got the same thing, and they sent their students home with Chromebooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. And there was no oversight because it was all just, hey, here's your check for however many students you got. Here you go. And it's like, and then we wonder, I don't understand why these kids didn't learn anything during COVID. I don't understand why when we came back, everybody's grades were so low.
Why do they sound like that?
These daggum students because they sat home on their Xbox all day. Well, teacher, instead of just recycling and regurgitating the same thing that you've done for the past 15 years as an educator and just changing the date on it and sending it to them through an email, how about you actually do some teaching?
Well, I firmly believe that our education system got set back 10 years because of COVID.
Oh, absolutely.
It was so bad.
Well, and I was there. I was teaching during all that, during and after COVID, and I saw the dip and decline in learning. They had me in a class just to help kids catch up on their COVID work that they didn't do, that the teachers just emailed them, here's the batch of homework, so it's just one email, and then here, get this all done during the rest of the year.
And there were other options than just sending them.
Yes.
There are Zoom meetings and
Well, no, Richard. Richard.
I don't understand either.
Come on now. Listen, I'm going to have to educate both of y'all, apparently.
I'm going to learn you something.
We can't do Zoom meetings and actually teach these kids because that would require the teacher's time in which they're getting paid for.
Right.
We can't do that.
That is completely and totally unacceptable.
Now, I get it. We can't say, well, some kids don't have access to the internet and then say, well, you should have done Zoom. Absolutely. So you can't say both. So there are a lot of kids that got sent home with it that you could do Zoom. For all the other kids, here's what you do with this.
Right.
Let's get with your parents and do a quick phone call. Hey, I can go over to your house and we could sit down and I can teach you one-on-one. Like that is a thing. Again, you got paid.
Right.
You got paid for your 8-hour days.
Right.
Use some of that actually teaching. But what happened? No, teachers got that time off to go sit at home.
Yeah.
Send out your email, check on it every now and then. I remember when we got back, there were still teachers that still didn't have their grades from COVID put into the system.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Because I had kids trying to make up all their work, and they're like, oh, I've done that already. I'm like, it's not showing up on your class online. Oh, I did. They just haven't graded it yet. It's like, that was 3 months ago.
Yeah. And no accountability.
So, I don't know.
But let's shout out the teachers that are trying to make that difference.
Yes.
Oh,
and that's the thing.
And the crappy part is they're far and few between.
Yes. Well, and it's getting that way. It's getting thinner and thinner because all the good teachers that are trying are being met with that brick wall of I'm not being able to get anywhere because the system is so broken. So they go, I don't want to teach anymore.
Yeah. Or then you and then you have those teachers that they try so hard, they get so exhausted, but they still like teaching, so they stay and they just go with it. Yeah,
they just coast right through. Okay, well, if they're going to do the minimum, I'm going to do the minimum. Well, and then it turns good teachers into bad.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. I think after 10 years in that system, it wears down good teachers.
Like, I was worn down after my first year, dadgum.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason why I don't teach is because it's not for me.
Yeah.
Right. I am not a parent for everyone's kids. And that's kind of where I started drawing the line. Yeah. Because it's the whole new generation of parents.
Yeah.
And it's there are some parents that have the mentality, okay, my kid got in trouble at school, so why do I have to punish him at home?
Yeah. Right. Well, and you have a generation of bad teenagers with bad attitudes that are now having bad teenagers with bad attitudes.
Right.
And it's gotten worse.
And then also like pushover parents.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had a kid that he showed up to school late.
Yeah.
He used his friend's phone to call his mom and told, like, he didn't ask. He told his mom to leave her job, to go home, grab his phone and bring it to the school. And she did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had kids that, no, I don't feel like being here. I'm going to go call my mom. And they just come and check them out of school and just not a care in the world.
And how do you like as a manager in a job, how do you manage somebody like that as an adult? Like
Fire him.
Well, not only that,
then you
because
don't
you run
have
out
any
of
people.
You're right. You run out of employee. Well, that's why now we have so many terrible people
Right.
that work at, service industry jobs.
Right.
You go to McDonald's and they're just
Yeah. Walmart
like,
employees won't even speak to you anymore.
Right, because
I'm okay with that though.
that's-
I'm not a talker.
I'm not
I'm
because
fine.
I am
because that's
not
part of
okay.
your job.
Right. I am not okay
Part
with
of
that.
part of your job is to, and you don't have to have a full on conversation. Hey, how are you doing today?
Right,
Oh, I'm doing
right.
well. Okay, cool. Did you find everything? Yeah. That's it. Like, it's not asking a lot at McDonald's. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Right.
It's not asking a lot. Like, don't
in
just
the-
walk up there and stare at me.
It's in the training video.
Right. Like, it's crazy. And it does. It frustrates and makes good teachers, good workers not want to do that anymore.
Right.
Because as you go talking about employment, if you're a good worker and you look at the person that's not a good worker and they're just doing the bare minimum, they're getting paid the same
Exactly.
as I am. So why would I try to go above? I'm gonna meet where they're
Right,
at.
right.
And it takes all morale down.
Mhm.
And it's just terrible.
It is.
Terrible.
So basically, this entire episode kind of encapsulates that all these things that happen with your children at a young age start to spiral when they get into
Come on.
adulthood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Fix
that's
it now.
And that's what every time we are, disciplining inmen or anything, we always tell them, hey, this is how it's affecting you now. If we don't do something about it, here's how it's going to affect you as an
Yeah.
adult. And it's going to be way worse
Yep.
than what it is right now.
If you have an attitude with authority as a teenager, you're going to go into the job market
Yep.
with an attitude
Yep.
for authority.
Yep. And that's where Easton's at right now. He doesn't want to take leadership from any employer. Everybody, they just want me to
They're
do
out
this.
to get him.
They're out to get him.
Did you ever
And-
hear that from him in school?
Oh, he ran away from home when he was 17 and quit school. So yes.
Did you ever hear a teacher's just out to get him when he's in trouble?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that crazy how it goes from that to,
It is a pattern
Yep.
for sure.
I don't get it, man.
I don't either.
To be fair, I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm saying there are teachers that all they had that one. Not all teachers.
Miss Reeves, worst teacher ever. I will die on that hill. She is terrible human being.
Calling her out.
Sorry, I don't care. She's terrible. She is the worst teacher, and that's what. If you were certain kids, you're good to go.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, blatantly.
What's your
in
last
front of
name again?
Oh my gosh, she had us. I never understood this. She had us write down who she may have ever had in school that is your family.
Yeah. So
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, this is weird.
she
Why
can
is she
take
having us?
vengeance upon
Yeah.
relatives?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
That's it.
There is no other reason.
Who's worth putting effort into, and who am I going to
Dude,
brush off?
It was so bad. We got yelled at. Me and Jamie got yelled at the day we found out we're pregnant because we got checked out and we left her class early.
Yeah.
When we found out we were pregnant, we had to go and kind of get things together and figure things out. The next day we came in, you don't ever just get up and leave my class.
Not, hey, how can I help you?
No. Oh, of course not. No.
Yeah.
Terrible human being.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, it's there comes a certain point where, especially with kids in high school and they're getting older, they're dealing with real life situations. They don't need an
Right.
elementary life lesson. Oh,
Right.
you don't leave my class. Like, sorry, I got real crap going on.
Right.
Right.
Like it just.
I know I'm only 17, but dadgum.
I got stuff.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. What else y'all got going on in your life?
That's about it.
We leave tomorrow morning. We're going to Summit. That's
Yeah.
going to be fun. And then we got a trip coming up.
You're in
Man,
2 weeks.
How quick did they get you in and out? any of our listeners, have you dealt with this real ID situation?
Oh my gosh.
It's another thing that me and Tyler were complaining about the other day. Just nothing different about the ID.
We complained like legit for about half an hour.
Like, it's just so dumb.
Well, they need more money. See, you don't understand, Mike.
Oh, help me educate. Yeah.
The little star is a huge.
That was a really aggressive.
Huge.
Huge. Well, and I asked the lady, I was like, okay, what information, what documents do I need when I get up there? To go from my regular license to the new ID. And she goes, oh yeah, you need this, this, and this. And I'm like, so the same things you need to get your ID in the first place? Yeah. So it's no new information that they're getting.
Right.
So it's like, so why do we need this one? Oh, it's a more accurate blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but it's the same information that you need to verify.
Yes.
So how is it more accurate?
Well, I read it's like a half level higher of security clearance, which again makes no difference because that comes across to me as, oh, we need a real ID so we don't have to deal with like fake IDs. You're telling me that they're not going to be able to fake that,
Right?
Fake a real ID? Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
But that's another episode.
Right.
We're at a point where people can fake being me in
that is
person.
good. We're going to talk about that nickel and diming. All the stuff that they just nickel and dime you, just trying to get any little bit extra out of you. The license plate stickers that you have to updo every year just to put a new year on your license plate.
That's another episode.
It really is, man. I'm telling you what, dude. We got a lot to complain about, but man, we love y'all.
Hey, listeners, we just want to thank you for your continued support for the Almost Brothers podcast. Do us a favor and go to your favorite platform and rate us and like us and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much. Love you.
Hello all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way.